What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. We're now seeing it all coming crashing down for the Attorney General Merrick Garland. This newest clip, so we're now seeing his non-compliance to the request coming from our Congressional Oversight committees and now coming back to bite him exactly where it hurts the most. So we're now seeing him face some serious consequences, such as him maybe being kicked out of that spot as Attorney General and maybe even some jail time. This newest update, guys. I'm excited to get into the clip, see exactly what's going on there, who's holding Attorney General Merrick Garland accountable for his actions. Finally, guys, when we get straight to the clips, I get my thoughts on the back end, guys. So definitely stick around to the end as I get my thoughts on the back end. Also, YouTube, push this video out. Definitely stick around until the end, you guys. But let's get straight to the news. Before we even do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
He caught a fish. Merrick Garland held in contempt of Congress. At least those steps are heading that direction. We'll get to it. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. We've been following the Merrick Garland scandal of his obstruction. Here's a quick intro by James Comer.
The Oversight and Judiciary Committees issued duly authorized legal subpoenas to Attorney General Garland for a certain set of documents, including the audio recordings of Special Counsel Hur's interview with President Biden.
It's the Hur interview that is the big cover-up. I'll read a few tweets. Here's Mike Benz. Never in our nation's history has there been a more worthy and long overdue contempt resolution than one for Merrick Garland. Kudos, credit, and praise goes to Rep. James Comer. For people who say they don't do anything, they did something. Here's the Oversight Committee. Chairman Comer speaks on House floor in support of resolution to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt. Here, remember, as the Democrats say, no one is above the law.
The Attorney General has refused to produce these audio recordings. Unlike what my Democratic colleagues keep claiming, this is not just Republicans who need these recordings for their oversight duties. Media outlets, including the AP, CBS, CNN, NBC, and the Washington Post, among others, have filed suit to get these same audio recordings as well.
Democrat media outlets are saying, Biden, though you're a Democrat, you're covering up. Merrick Garland is covering this up. So this is even the Democrat media arm are calling out their own. This is a sign of them throwing Biden under the bus. They're ready to be done with this guy.
Because the media, like everyone else, knows there's no substitute for a recording of an interview. Not a transcript, not a summary, not the Attorney General's judgment that Congress doesn't need it. The Oversight Committee's investigation of these classified documents has already revealed that the White House's official timeline of events regarding these classified materials left out very important details.
Yeah, so they've already been leaving stuff out. What did they leave out? Important timelines. I'll make a guess on two others in a minute. Two other important things that they probably are covering up.
For instance, White House employees were entering the Penn Biden Center and moving documents months before the discovery of the classified materials by President Biden's personal attorneys in November 2022. One of those employees was former White House counsel Dana Remus. We issued a subpoena for Mrs. Remus's deposition, but the White House has blocked Mrs. Remus from speaking to the Oversight Committee.
Okay, so the number one thing I believe they're covering up is that the transcript that was released to the public does not match the recording in substance. So not just Biden saying and, but probably reveals the depth of his senility or whatever it is that's wrong with him that they were trying to cover up. That's one point. Here's James Comer.
The White House has also blocked other White House employees who visited the Penn Biden Center before November 2022 from speaking to us. What is the Biden administration trying to hide?
Yeah, I believe that the Biden administration, in point number 2, is hiding substance that they wanted to go after Trump. It could be other parts of the investigation, like Biden could say things like, I'm really upset that they haven't arrested Trump yet. That would go to his motive in all of these corrupt DAs and judges on their witch hunt of Trump.
Attorney General Merrick Garland's refusal to produce this evidence establishes a clear pattern of obstruction by the DOJ to cover up President Biden's wrongdoing. President Biden has lied to the American people about his mishandling of classified documents. He has repeatedly denied not knowing about or being involved in his family's influence peddling schemes, which the Oversight Committee can now show has raked in $18 million from foreign individuals and entities for the Biden family members, including President Biden himself.
Just remember, the Department of Justice is not for justice, but this is normal oversight for Congress. This is their job. This is how one branch of government checks the other. And remember, the Democrats in Congress are trying to put the Supreme Court under their overview. The Democrats are, but they don't want the Congress even to do its normal job of being a check and balance on the president.
He also met with nearly all his family's foreign associates. President Biden's Department of Justice appears to be taking every step to insulate him from the consequences, whether it's hiding these audio recordings or attempting to give Hunter Biden a sweetheart plea deal to shield Joe Biden from facing accountability for his role in his family's influence peddling schemes.
And this is what happens when you hide things, is it makes people very curious about those recordings. Now we all want to know, including ABC, CBS, CNN.
The House of Representatives cannot serve as a necessary check on the presidency if the executive branch is free to ignore the House's subpoenas. I urge my colleagues to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress.
Yeah, this is normal congressional stuff. This is normal oversight they're supposed to be doing. And here's the vote. What happened with the vote?
On this vote, the yeas are 208, the nays are 207. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
That's the first step to holding Merrick Garland in court. Of contempt of Congress. Republicans won this one. Hats off to the good work of James Comer. This is how you do it with a very narrow majority. We won by one vote. We got to tell that to Margie Taylor Greene.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. I'll definitely be sure to leave the original video link down in the description box below for those who want to go over there and check that out. Also, you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. Talk about finished. Merrick Garland is just about out of there. Finally, someone is holding his feet to the fire. I feel like, Merrick Garland has weaseled his way out of every single situation. He is good to sneak out the back door and avoid all accountability. And finally, we got someone, Representative James Comer, who is, laying it all out there, all the evidence. He's laying it all out there to say that Attorney General Merrick Garland is as crooked as they come. He's trying to protect Joe Biden. He's covering up for all of his wrongdoings. The action that we're seeing being taken out and pursued by Representative James Comer and our Congress, trying to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress is long overdue. We've seen Attorney General Merrick Garland, his office is ignoring subpoena after subpoena. This is coming from different entities. We had Jim Jordan, James Comer. We've had a number of individuals coming forth and subpoenaing information documents from his office, and they just blatantly ignored it. The process of holding Attorney General Merrick Garland accountable for his actions should have came a long time ago. I feel like one of the only real reasons why we're seeing motion or true motion on the contempt or holding Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress is because the left and the left mainstream media outlets are now looking for and wanting the information that Merrick Garland is trying to withhold from Congress, withhold from the public. And that Robert Hur testimony interview is one that draws a lot of attention from many people, guys. The way Merrick Garland is trying to cover this one up and hide it. We better hurry up and hold him accountable for his actions, covering this all up before something gets deleted at this point. They've had this in their hands for too long. They've been trying to cover it up. At this point, they're just going to chuck it in the river and be done with it and say, we don't even have it anymore, guys. What are you looking for? So we need to move quick. I feel like this is a great first step. But we need to be swift and steadfast on the path to getting Attorney General Merrick Garland, holding him accountable for all of his actions and wrongdoings. All the actions and signs are pointing straight towards this would be jail time for Attorney General Merrick Garland. All we have to do is hold his feet to the fire. We need someone who's going to be brave enough, hold him accountable for his actions of him, his rogue Department of Justice, that have been coming after Donald Trump. There's mounds of evidence that's been covered up by Attorney General Merrick Garland. All it takes is for someone to kick in or push the door open just a little bit so we get an opportunity to peek in and see exactly how much dirt Attorney General Merrick Garland has been trying to cover up through his office as Attorney General. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on what you're thinking, guys. We're going to see Attorney General Merrick Garland finally being held accountable, held in contempt of Congress and maybe even facing some jail time behind this one, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button and share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible, you guys. Share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. It doesn't cost one thing, you guys. Hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button, guys. So we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week.